I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
I decided to give myself 1 hour, and then I'll go do my assignments. I keep holding it back off because obviously I really don't want to bother. But it's the last day of the weekends.
We must compromise.
I thought I would play Zelda, but apparently I guess I'm playing.
But when taken to its extreme, what becomes the ultimate cost of our personal life, our family, our dignity? What is the value of success? Cost us surrounded by your billowing seminal steam cannons. From the 1996 anthology, 22 short films last spring. Years later, we're still contemplating the same work. Through our art, essays, and the same dilemma find here at the selection. At times proven, it's anything but proven. Today we explore how it all went wrong. The lies and deception that brought us here. The tragedy of one spoke Seymour Smith. Act 1 begins with Superintendent Chalmers arriving at the house of Temple and our main protagonist, Principal Skinner. Right away, we see that Chalmers is annoyed to leave him, criticizes Skinner for his poor navigation skills.
Well, Seymour, I made it, despite you.
Both men are rather comfortable with use of this condescending tone, implying that the path to disappointment has been a well-trodden one. From his first line, we already see Chalmers has a low opinion of Skinner's overall competence and will not be easily won over with quickly obsequious gestures. Meanwhile, Principal Skinner is doing everything he can to impress his boss.
You're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon.
He attempts to win him over with the promise of an unforgettable lunch. Literally, a meal so well crafted, he will be thinking about it for years to come. More than anything, Skinner wants praise from his discerning superior, and it seems that he's gone to great lengths to arrange this lunch meeting so that he will finally appear capable in the old man's eyes. This becomes, in effect, the story's thesis. The boss's approval is everything. With the dichotomy between these two firmly established, we are then launched headfirst into the inciting incident awaiting Seymour in the kitchen. Skinner enters to find his entire lunch plan engulfed in flame, affirming Chalmers' initial misgivings about him. Along with his attempt at competence, the meal Skinner labored over slowly burns away in a grim funeral pyre contained. This story's inciting incident thumbs its nose at the thesis that our protagonist is defending. The boss's approval is everything, but how can one receive praise from a superior at work if they can't even a simple lunch at home? Skinner has failed before he began. But it's in this new situation where Skinner comes up with an entirely new plan. One that sees him sneaking out the house to buy service cuisine from across the street with intent to disguise it as his own cooking. Though he can no longer impress the boss with his natural skill as he intended, he can at least stem the tide of criticism through cunning. If Skinner can't truly achieve the competence he needs for approval, then maybe he can at least fake it. Unfortunately, the new plan is immediately complicated when the superintendent enters the kitchen to see Skinner climbing out the window. The short theme song interrupts the scene, and it cannot be overlooked. For those unfamiliar with the greater narrative of the source material, this montage establishes just how used to this nonsense Chalmers is. For those regular viewers of The Simpsons, it contextualizes just how starved for a win Skinner is, heightening the stakes. After previous track record, feeling urgency that Skinner cannot afford another mess-up. The song concludes with Chalmers yelling Seymour's name as part of the show's jingle, implying this is not the first time he's raised his voice in anger to his employee, as if the feeling of exasperation itself is his catchphrase. Skinner covers for this suspicious position by claiming he was just stretching his calves on the windowsill. Ignoring that unlikely story, Chalmers then asks the one question that will change the course of the entire afternoon, and possibly the rest of Skinner's life.
Why is there smoke coming out of your oven, Seymour?
Skinner could admit defeat right here. He could admit to miscalculating the timing of the roast, put out the kitchen fire, and order takeout instead. But Skinner is determined to not go down without a fight. Not when his praise and admiration hang in the balance. Not when another failure leads to the disdain of a man with so much power. Perhaps instead, one could make the argument that not only did Skinner not ruin the lunch, there isn't even a fire in the oven. Instead of conceding to his ineptitude, Skinner tells a fairly dumb lie.
Oh, ladies, look, it's steam. Steam from the steamed clams we're having.
This first major lie.
I forgot I don't bring pyro on my Dentro teams anymore.
Up at the cost of everything. That isn't smoke. The oven is not on fire. Chalmers gives Skinner the benefit of the doubt, perhaps sensing this is just another one of Skinner's crazy explanations, and allows him to save face this time. He leaves the room. With Chalmers gone, Skinner recommits to his plan. He must suffer the indignity of escaping through his own kitchen window and buy a replacement meal at a local burger joint. He must maintain the illusion that nothing has gone wrong. Skinner leaves behind his oven, which he insists is not on fire, and takes us into Act 2. Moments later, Skinner returns with an arrangement of store-bought burgers with fries added for garnish that he's attempting to pass off as his own.
I thought we were having steamed clam.
He is immediately called out.
No, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers.
Either Skinner forgot about that little detail, or this is the best he can come up with on his way home. Either way, Skinner doubles down on publicity, once again calling Chalmers' common sense into question. You're not seeing smoke, you're seeing steam. You misheard steam hams. I said steam hams. This lie being particularly Chalmers is not so fit.
Make yourselves at home.
It changes the superintendent drills Skinner over the etymological word of a so-called steam hams. But he finally drops the
Away I go!
Skinner is right in the steam locally.
Cut to the chase.
They're line about burgers. But now the story changes. It appears he's finally going. Skinner may have actually not decided the burger line after all. But he kind of enjoy a moment. But it's home. Chalmers goes by.
Really, Tamara can find some of them. They have rusty.
Chalmers begins to produce for what it really
By
is.
royal
And the
decree,
water
this
Skinner
bakery
puts
delivers.
And he was subject. The Lord is perfect. The
Speed
Lord
of
is
light.
ready. But Skinner sticks to his preposterous narrative. These burgers are homemade. They're all steamed hams and all these. Nothing was ever on fire.
lucky that time.
Insisting on these points doesn't make them any truer when faced with the far less Chalmers can see that the Skinner's hams is more aren't actually good. Skinner is now face to face with the fire. Out in the
Don't
constant
blink.
staring down the barrel of a drill marked crusted. Skinner knows but even now, with nothing rational or even irrational left to hold on to, even now Skinner persists. He refuses to be seen for the fraud he knows is. He gets up and he leaves her. But there is no solace for Skinner found in that kitchen. Reporting from the inferno of this blazing oven that he insists has never been on fire are the flames that will now consume his home and eventually reduce it to cinders. There's nothing to be done but end the luncheon prematurely and enter Act 3.
Oh, well, that was wonderful. Good time was had by all. I'm pooped.
Skinner can see the finish line. His nightmare almost ends right there. But then Chalmers gets a glimpse inside the kitchen door.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
It's all on the line now. Skinner is caught in the middle of his most unexplainable crisis yet. Surely before confessing that the roast was burned would have been waved off as base-level incompetence. But at this point, confessing to the truth would expose Skinner's vast, new, undreamt-up depths of Machiavellian incompetence. Skinner's choices are to give up and accept his rightfully earned scorn, or fully commit. Hail Mary pass, look his boss in the eye, and against all rational thought, insists that solar winds have entered his kitchen and disrupted the charged particles of the room's local aurora borealis. Chalmers is insulted. This has gone on for far too long. He finally confronts Skinner. But even now, after he's lost any credibility he may have started with, when Chalmers walked through the door today, even now, Skinner commits to the lie.
Localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes.
It's all or nothing. Throughout history, the tactics of propaganda, oligarchs, and pundits alike have shown us that if you repeat a blatant lie with confidence, never admitting fault, never backing down, the lie becomes more and more believable. In the end, what is more believable? That a solar phenomenon is happening? Or that someone is so starved for your approval that they would actively fire their phone? If Eric Chalmers
Gang's up.
Because after all this time, someone is still that desperate to make
Let my name echo in song.
Make way for the Adeptus.
He accepts some form of Skinner's lie and moves on. After this, Skinner cries.
Higher, higher, ears on fire. Showing you praise. Time to shine.
At this point, his mom's
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
And rather than his house burn down, let him die. But before
Strike cloud converge.
he finally considers the small
Well, see, where are you, Bart? Odd fellow.
All Skinner wanted to do is demonstrate about his superiors. And with his sacrifice, he finally achieved this. No more is Chalmers muttering snide comments under his breath about Skinner's lack of direction. is actually praising him. Yet, is it really Skinner who's being praised? Certainly not for his cooking. He never steamed a good ham. They were all assembled mindlessly by underpaid employees at Krusty Burger. Chalmers never really got a good look at the true Skinner. It's all been smoke and mirrors. But perhaps in the sad life of Principal Seymour Skinner, merely being told you've achieved something is equally as important as
I
actually
wonder if
achieving
Mr. Krusty can complete this faster.
And a small word of kindness, even an unearned one, can bring burning down the Against all odds, Skinner managed to pull off the unforgettable luncheon he was aiming for, because the loss of his dignity will be remembered forever.
I'll bring my
Okay,
seasonings.
so when Bill Oakley wrote this sketch all those years
Gonna
ago,
be
I'm fairly
epic.
sure the only thing he meant to do was to make it funny. And good news for him, he succeeded. Then in this video, I took something meant to be funny and turned it into something serious for the intention of making it funny yet again. But in the process, this joke weirdly supported this ongoing thread of character development and thematic pathos that probably wasn't intended to be. So my question to you people who watch the channel for my story structure breakdown
Animal hypostasis and everybody stand back. Have fun with this gift. Eat this. Absorb peaches.
But I feel like it's a fun conversation to have about it. Let me know what your take is on this kind of parody analysis. But it's not all
For regret.
hands at your mouth just yet.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Nice and spicy.
And if you're into story rap,
Here's the store. Dare to mess with me.
on the bottom of the screen, why don't you look from a home right with you? Not here.
Swirl, Mark 2.
But Steve Lynch is also a big
Stay clear.
Alright, that was still just as fast as my Hoot House team. This domain fucking sucks.
Greetings, my name is Martin Martin, and I'm Helen Block. We are the Dungeon. Today, we're going to come in a little bit hot and discuss 5 huge mistakes that Baldur's Gate 3 makes.
Nearer to the
that
action is
Dungeon
closer to the truth.
absolutely avoid in their own game.
Baldur's Gate
Chivalry
3
will
is
never
one of the most
die.
incredible video games that's ever come out. But the game that has inspired Baldur's Gate, which is Dungeons and Dragons, is often played at a table with a group of friends, and some of the rules and plot devices used in Baldur's Gate might not work at your game.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do what I've been wanting to do for a while now. I should be able to do 2 endings. Oh, right, Baiju.
It's an amazing story, and it is.
Dad!
Oh,
Dad, you were...
yes. I remember.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baiju. My pleasure. Not at all. You're still in the early stage.
I suggest you stay.
Director Who, do you have any
It seems like the evil, but how did you
Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to...
Oh, come on, Baiju. Yeah, I've been stuck indoors.
Yes, of course. Everyone?
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up? But in any case, why must you keep this a secret?
Who's there?
Ah!
Why did you follow us here? Oh, it's nothing.
What did I just say about Traveler? Paimon, the truth instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his... Baiju, can...
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is... I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were like... The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather...
Changsheng? You can do that? Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti. Back in Chenyu Vale, I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he... Oh, guess you shouldn't judge...
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious...
Hardly. Changsheng...
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him. Baiju, don't you think you should seize this opportunity?
Thank you, Traveler and
Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a... Yes. Let's head there together, as well as investigate. Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get...
She was indeed. We studied medicine. She is several years older than I.
Supposedly. She met an Wait, Changsheng, are you saying...
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our The last time she visited us, she and Master...
Quarrel? I don't know. I did not
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would...
Oh, so that...
No. Even if my master had never said anything.
Paimon never knew you were so
So a few words from me is enough to
What the... Okay, that was the...
Let's leave the island. Let's split up. But... Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This.
You sense it too? Is it?
No. Your eyes do not deceive you. Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read if it's a concoction of the.
Offshoots?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source.
The gall of the... Wait. So back when
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god.
This is getting crazier and crazier. Look. Hey, why has everyone got... Since this poison was carefully hidden away in his... You mean... Jialiang? Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone... Huh? So you're saying... It was Wait, but... That doesn't make any...
I agree. It makes little sense.
Look at the facts, though. How many people...
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery. Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor... So if we can find and destroy the source of... Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books have no record of this. Didn't you used to be on good... Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to...
Whoa, what? Enter a Hey! Plenty of people would jump at the chance with my assistance in rebalancing your chi. Not only can you extend your life stronger and healthier, Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you...
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament.
Temperament? Paimon's mad! This is exactly why your natural temperament...
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand.
It's a lie.
Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel?
With how... What? Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
You called?
Gets Paimon every... Are all Adepti in the...
Well, this is unexpected. Huh? Baizhu of Bubu Pharmacy. The lantern rite when we met briefly. I was unaware of your true identity.
Huh? You...
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So too often, fervent desires drive mortals to a... I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are... A vile monster known as the Che once wrought havoc over this land. The land was finally... The seal is still... However, I do not like to enter... But when demonic forces are involved... I do not wish to sway decisions that are more... Immortality may not be the blessing that...
I shall treasure your words of
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. That's show for ya! And thanks...
If the god remains are leaking from...
Master!
Gui? Did you run all the way from Bubu Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic.
It's Jialiang. He was fine 1 minute and then he suddenly...
Already? Based on past experience,
It seems... Everyone, back to Bu...
Dad, what's wrong? Dad...
Don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be back.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baiju, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then...
When Gui left, he was still conscious.
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure...
Baishu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jialiang?
Why?
Oh, please don't worry.
But...
Let's just do it. It's just gonna take a few seconds.
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere?
Much better, Ayu.
Wait, Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still...
Oh, really? I don't know how I can begin to
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't got...
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of...
Though, on the bright side, this means...
Traveler, Baiju hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang. Huh? Hey!
How old is he?
You're finally awake?
There was no time. I had no other choice. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes...
So, how much longer do you think Baiju... They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were... Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baiju! Changsheng!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday.
I... made an error, and as a result, his life force...
What? You mean...
Yes. But more pertinently, Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy... Though it was created from God remains, this form...
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have...
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hard... Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body...
That explains why Ayu said his dad is...
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around. Because humans have no I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described.
I never suspected that even Zhang Li would turn to the same path to sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond
Well, I think that it's too early to... In any case, I have stabilized her regular exposure to God remain, and given that she's already been missing for several days, It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
Ah! It's Jialiang!
Dr. Baiju, you've already done so much for my family. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress level...
No! We're out of time before I forget everything again. This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is... I never expected to live this long in the first place. There's only one thing I fear now, and that's... Very well.
Lol.
Dr. Baiju, are you heading out again?
Welcome to
Yes.
Baiju becomes
This could be a long
incompetent
one.
for 2
Please add an
hours.
extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from.
Doc.
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful.
Okay.
It's just like the day I went missing. It's the Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it Jialiang? Can you sense which direction? I think it's this way.
Could be a debate.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Well, at least he's running.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way.
Alright, if he's gonna pause like that every now and then there's still just gonna be an
This
equal.
place feels familiar. I think I've been here before. There is an inauspicious. I think I remember this place.
Time for the Baiju trial.
Jialiang, are you okay?
No, I have to keep.
Why can't I? There we go. That girl and Geo, that's stupid. Should I bring my Nilu team? Fuck it. Baiju with just normal bloom.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. The digging marks here appear amateur. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors.
Judging by the tools they left behind, but why did they abandon this place without? I remember now. But she said that the method. Easy, Jialiang.
The doctor will see you. My apologies. Too late for regret. I'll protect us.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Explode.
Propagate!
Mind the side effects.
11K is not bad.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monster, no doubt an encounter with the very same and after them, Jiang Li was the next person.
That's right. This sensor. This is where I told you.
Jiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going.
Oh, okay.
Go, Barb!
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
We can keep going now!
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
What?
Can I copy your latest version of
Okay.
Yuzu? Of Yuzu.
But it Yuzu auto updates whenever you launch it.
No?
Yes, it does.
Mine's different. I have to download the latest file and take everything on the file.
Are you using early access or stable build?
Early and stable. I want your stable.
Very well.
Just the RAR file. It's fine.
I don't have the RAR.
Really?
I delete this. There are ways to storage to keep.
Is it still in the recycle bin?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I can just repack it. How do you... There we go. Am I recording? Thank fuck. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine if I just do this.
WinRAR?
I can't win RAR a fucking shortcut. That's not gonna do anything. Where do you want it put?
Just give me, just make a new folder. Or just that.
Yep, this is the one. Shall I repack it?
Wait, how much storage is that? Ah, yeah, sure. No, just copy the file, I mean.
Alright.
It's a waste of time, just copy and paste it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to unpack it right away either way.
We pack and we copy and paste, and I unpack it again.
This'll take a while. It should just take until finishing this stupid story quest. Could be over there something maybe. Could have been faster if I just plugged it directly to a USB port instead of the extender. The extender weakens some things. It's fine for the computer screen and the mouse, but like I can't be bothered to unplug this right now.
By the way?
I haven't used it. I plan on using it bi-monthly.
Oh
Get
no.
Hmm?
With your
Yeah.
GP in laptop?
Yeah. I mean, it's barely been a month even. It's too soon to start cleaning.
Seems like an emergency.
The doctor was. Let's dance. Germinate.
Yeah, this should increase the bloom damage. Or not. It's still 11k.
Kamisato art.
We'll see about that. Have fun with this gift.
I've neglected this controller.
It's broken. So of course I'd neglect it.
I can do the sort of theme song.
Yeah, why are tall men so much faster?
Because that's the law. That's the reality, baby. Is that sexist?
Yes, it sure is. It's a fucking video game. Why should you bother with realism, especially for something as useless as that?
So, video games, fiction, do you guys have breasts?
They already do in real life. You know, you watch regular show. You know Muscle Man.
That's facts. Wait, breast
What
is
if breast
fat?
anyway? But yeah, exactly.
Boobs is fat.
In fiction, men and women can play together in tennis because you can just shoot items like bob-ombs at each other or something, or Koopa
Paper
shells. Yes.
Speaking of D&D, I kinda wanna
Hooker.
play, I kinda wanna play Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate.
Me too.
It is paper money.
Shangas! Shangas! Yeah, it's for when we used to play poker and stuff. How's the download? It's halfway through. It says 5 minutes.
Ah.
Just 5 more minutes. Is this where I came from? Is this the door I unlocked?
Now think about it. If you want money, you can sell this.
My 3DS games?
Yeah.
They hold sentimental value for me. I don't want to.
Alright.
But true.
Also,
Although-
your Wii U. For a lot of price, for a lot of money, I mean.
You never know, I might want to use it again one day. Even though I'm pretty sure it's a little unusable now.
STG De La Cruz selling his 3DS games with face filter.
Yep, they're all yellowed. Yeah, there's the problem. They probably won't sell much due to their condition.
Huh?
Fuck, how did I do it once? I did it once on an accident. The jump cancel thingy. Stuck, bro. I'm stuck.
How's this broken?
The stick is drifting even worse than an actual Joy-Con.
Eee.
No, I can't do it! Obviously, I'd get no practice on a tech I never use.
Can I try this for Punch Out?
Sure.
Later. I'm gonna try TOTK first. You know the Yuzu news, right?
What?
It's gone.
Ah,
That's why I'm copying your latest file.
right.
And
I heard from Toryu, yeah. Yuzu got taken down.
I'm just playing
I
Punch
see.
Out. Who's the first enemy in Punch Out again? The French guy?
Glass Joe.
That's Joy. They have beaten it.
Am I an idiot? Am I missing something? I am stuck.
Yeah, good.
I'm sure there's still some websites out there, but it's definitely gonna be much harder to use Yuzu now. if you haven't gotten it before.
Oh, there's a different many variation of Yuzu. Like Suyu.
Or your Ryujinx. You could also use your Ryujinx. That one sucks though. I tried it a little while ago.
I don't use that.
It sucks.
I'm gonna download, speaking of Ryujin, I'm gonna download the latest version of that Switch emulator later.
It sucks at running freaking Tears of the Kingdom. It's even worse.
Oh, speaking of, you're playing Heroes of Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
On PC. How's the performance for you?
I'm playing at a stable 24 frames.
That's fine for you?
It's acceptable for me, yes. Okay, maybe I just have to move this. No, that just takes it back to the... Fuck!
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What's the objective?
I don't know. I'm fucking stuck. Oh, there it is. Yes, that is a new place I could put. Fuck. I swear I'm not this scatterbrain. It's only because Gernald's here. I swear, he makes my brain cells rot by being in my near vicinity. It's his stand ability. No, I still can't activate this.
Our brain cell is multiplied. So let's say you have 200 brain cells, I have 1. So you have 1 brain cells now.
Singular. Brain cell.
Oh, shut up. I don't give a shit about singular or globular. It's not even a word.
It's called plural.
Yeah, maybe you're cooking something.
No, I'm not. I'm going nowhere. What? How am I fucking stuck in a story quest puzzle?
Maybe try putting the other stone in here, then try putting the stone in there.
You can only push them on the rails.
Yeah, I mean, push the rails in here to there, and put the other stone into here.
The trail cuts off. I can't move them.
No, I mean, no. Go here. Go that. Now push that forward.
Oh, alright. Yeah, that could work. I've never considered that. Oh, it's done.
Then try pushing forward again. Then you activate it.
No, it's not
activated. No, activate the power. I can cook!
God fucking damn it. Wow, God damn it, how come Journal gets to be the smarter one?
I can cook!
Alright, let me fucking zubluba. Eject sheesh.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your talk.
Talk? Nah, I can only enjoy this 60 FPS. If I can, that is. So I'm gonna try this on my computer.
Sure, go ahead and enjoy. You need better Joy if you want to play with motion controls and for it to actually be recognized.
No, I just like the D-pad.
Yeah, it is a very good
It's
D-pad.
satisfying.
It's so sad it broke, yeah.
I'm gonna try this. I have my own. I'm just gonna use my own charger.
Well, it's too big anyway as well for me. God damn it, I can't believe Journal's the one who solved this puzzle. Fuck. Can't wait to tell Tori about this.
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
My apologies.
I need to
We'll see
bring the
about
boots
that.
closer.
Propagate. Take flight.
Yeah. Ha. Dare to mess with me? Let the show begin. The doctor will see you.
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, health comes first.
Total for regrets. years of this. I'll protect us.
My apologies.
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it?
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite... The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life...
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's... It's not as simple as that. The poison within Jialiang's body, if the source is purged, the poison... and the poison within Jialiang... Oh no.
Indeed. If the god remains here...
I wondered when the stay might...
Wait! But we've all been working by you. You're a great doctor.
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As...
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness.
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight.
The god remains have reached her internal organs.
Of course, God.
Under ordinary
not
circumstances,
a freaking doctor drama with that kind, with someone saying that, without someone saying that at least once.
Treat her using a
Give it to me straight, doctor.
But what would be the... Dr. Baiju, I'm all too aware of the danger. If I continue to sustain my own life using these wretched... I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. If my choice can bring Jiangli back...
Jialiang...
After cheating death for so long... Traveler, Dr. Baiju...
Of course.
Would that be considered necrophilia?
Everyone. And I'm sorry that...
Jialiang...
I am sure that over the years, Jiangli...
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on. What a crazy situation! Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now...
I've seen many final farewells.
In the human realm, all things must at least... That's what...
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of... I cannot help but think that theirs are the...
When all this began, we... If you... So... I've said my goodbyes. My time.
As you wish.
Okay, it was that simple to destroy the god remains.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories.
I'll take it. At the very...
Mom, something's really wrong with...
Don't fret, Ayu.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear...
Cutscene. Pre-rendered. Baiju's pre-rendered cutscene is someone dying, lol.
Jialiang!
Or not.
Jialiang! Dad, are you awake?
Jiangli, didn't I... Huh?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you
Oh
feel
my god,
strange
he's
or
a fucking
different in any
zombie
way?
now.
If so, could you just...
Dr. Baiju,
Die? You did indeed. As things...
I'm a zombie.
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an adept. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect in the end. I am merely a doctor. I understand very little. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, and even this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance.
Oops. And...
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found...
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he...
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna be...
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all in a... Is she finally gone?
All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should... At times...
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with...
Yay! Paimon killed! Alright, first...
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so...
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was...
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu...
Now that you are part First, don't forget to stretch your...
Yes?
I forgot.
That's the second rule. Keep notes. Jiangxi are only good for being servants. Oh, that's not them.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu. I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not...
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use...
No, not at all. With your but I'm still impressed by how quickly you met... Not just that. You even met Baizhu. Be honest with me.
Huh. Told you the truth with
Life Force isn't the only thing that Changsheng...
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides Life Force, when I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the...
But you took such a huge risk. What am I... The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was... But in the end, how were my methods any different? Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this...
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought...
Baizhu, I can tell that over the years. Can you still stop before it's...
I think you know the answer, Jiangli.
Hey! Food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new...
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends...
There's no need to worry, Jiangli.
Like...
That's ironic.
Baizhu?
You should have said instead that people
by not
will
around
be...
anymore. Are you gonna be okay?
What was that thing I heard? To mourn is love everlasting after all. Know that you will be missed. That is what it means to love for after all, or something along those lines.
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with. Wait,
Trying to prolong
doesn't
life
make
is
any
nothing
sense.
more than shackles.
It is a.
Oh, here's the cutscene.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye.
Obviously.
Only now, the one
Fucking
departing
idiots.
was the doctor. His life
Being
force
unwilling
spent.
to let go is
His
pointless.
final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced, though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them. When faced with the sorrows of, they are like moths that throw themselves into the flame.
So, Baiyu,
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Chang Sheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my
Huh? But...
What makes a poison poison? If disease is defined as deviation,
anything in
many review the
excess
notion
is
of
a
searching for
poison.
immortality in poisons and illness. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng. Precisely. I will be Changsheng's.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you...
But isn't for a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame, yet you...
For once?
Dr. Baiju, Traveler, what are you still chatting about?
We also have coconut milk.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple, are such things as these not precisely why we...
Finally. That was boring. I'm sure the women enjoyed it though. According to my mom, all women love doctor drama. She's being sexist.